The operator of the company involved in the deadly limousine crash that killed 20 people in New York State is free on bail this morning. Nauman Hussain pleaded not guilty yesterday to a single count of criminally negligent homicide. The 28-year-old could face more charges. Tony Dokoupil is in Schoharie, New York, near the site of the crash, with new details on the investigation. Tony, good morning.
Good morning. Since Saturday's crash, questions have swirled around Prestige Limo, its safety record, and its illegal licensing. Now, the owner of the company, that's Nauman Hussain's father, is out of the country and has not been charged with a crime. But now that his son has, that means that while the federal NTSB investigation into what happened will continue, state law enforcement has at least begun to assign blame.
Anything you want to say to the family?
Nauman Hussain left the Schoharie County Courthouse last night after pleading not guilty and posting a $150,000 bond.
The sole responsibility for that motor vehicle being on the road on Saturday rests with Nauman Hussain.
New York State Police Superintendent George Beach says the 2001 Ford Excursion limousine that was involved in Saturday's deadly crash violated several safety standards.
That vehicle was placed out of service by the Department of Transportation in September of this year and should not have been on the road.
As recently as September 4th, a federal agency flagged problems with the limo's brakes. This year, 4 of Prestige Limo's vehicles were cited for 22 maintenance violations. Hussain's attorney insists his client is innocent.
My client, not guilty, does not want sympathy or pity from anybody. He understands that this is the process that it has to take place, but certainly he was shaken by what's happened.
The New York Department of Transportation tells CBS News Prestige Limo was warned not to operate the vehicle.
The driver he hired should not have been operating the type of vehicle involved in Saturday's crash.
The limo driver in the crash, Scott Lissanikia, was reportedly stopped in August for not having a proper license to drive the limo. Lissanikia's widow told CBS This Morning her husband was a careful driver.
He trusted in what the limo company said, that the cars were all right. There were a few times where he told me, I'm not going to drive this like this. You need to give me another car. He cared about who he drove.
Now, we want to emphasize that investigators could bring additional charges in this case. As for Nauman Hussain, this is not his first tangle with the law. In 2014, he was convicted of attempting to switch identities with his brother, who had a suspended license. If he's convicted this time of the charges so far, he faces 4 years behind bars. John?
Tony Dokoupil, thank you, Tony.